We are in Hosea chapter 13. Huh, looks like I made a mistake here because that shouldn't have been there yet. So somebody knows that we're going to have that. And again, we only have about another chapter and a half left. So if somebody has an idea where they want to go next week, or I mean after we get through this chapter. And next week, I think if we're in the right spot, I might show a video. It's about a 28-minute video. Okay, I think it's kind of ties in with this, and that's why I want to show it. So here in verse 3 through 6 of chapter 13, therefore they shall be as the morning cloud and as an early dew that passes away, as the chaff that is driven with the whirlwind out of the floor, and as the smoke out of a chimney. Yet I am the Lord thy God. From the land of Egypt thou shalt know no God but me, for there is no Savior besides me. I did know thee in the wilderness, in the land of great drought. According to the pasture, so were they filled, and they were filled, and with their heart was exalted. Therefore have they forgotten me. There's a lot here to unpack. I chose to put them all together to unpack it this way. Here the Lord is saying what? When you were in the wilderness, when things were tough, you sought me. I knew you in the hard times. God did know Israel, and Israel knew him. Right? How many people or how many times do you hear from somebody when they're, in hard times? They're always on their knees, they're always praying and whatnot, right? They're always seeking God's will, God's face. Right? In hard times, God knows you and you know God, because you have that communion. And it's not just a one-off most of the time. Right? No. So, come on in now. The water's fine. Okay. So, let's look at, so right now they're prosperous. Prosperity leads to what? Well, right now, if we look at prosperity in Deuteronomy 32:10, please. How do I fix this? Apparently I didn't save it. Oh, well. Deuteronomy 32:10, and then we'll look at Psalm 84:11 through 12. Yes, no, or wait?
When I worked for Volkswagen, I was working on the spare back. I put a new vent on the windshield off the dash, and basically I couldn't get it in. I was fighting. I stopped down. I said, well, lunchtime. Okay, I'll go lunch. Come back and fill it.
Yeah.
Just about fell on it. No, wait a minute. I did ask the Lord to help me, as far as what to
There you go. See?
but that's too. Now, how did that happen?
We also need to be mindful of how God answers our prayers, which not necessarily may be a direct answer, but it can be a direct answer with who he puts in front of you.
Yes.
To be that answer.
Yeah, he doesn't always give you an answer that you want or how you expect it to come. Yeah, that's so true.
And it's not always yes, no, or wait. Sometimes it's just out there,
So let's not forget, we need to not forget, God doesn't give life. Right? God doesn't give life. I even have in my note, pause for effect. What do you guys think about that? Because I know right now a lot of you are thinking, I'm wrong. Jesus is our life.
Yeah.
Okay? You understand the difference? Okay? He is our life. Everything should be about him. Okay? Everything that we think, do, and say should be surrounded through his thoughts. He is our life. Just think when you got married, God, she's my life, or he's my life, Jesus doesn't give us bread. He is the bread. Jesus doesn't show us the way.
He is
He
the
is
way.
He is the way. Hey, you caught on very quickly. Yes. Yes. Okay. So verse 10 and 11. Verse 10. Where are we in time? I have plenty of time. I will be thy king, where is any other that may save thee in all thy cities? And thy judges of whom thou sayest, give me a king and a prince. I gave thee a king in my anger, and I took him away in my wrath. Ask yourself, who is my ruler? Who truly is your ruler? I know we know the answer. We know what the answer is. But truly, look inside yourself. Who is your people from the power of the grave? Jesus gave himself as a ransom for men. And as we already said, when did this happen? We'll go ahead and read it. That's in Acts 2, 23 and 24. Him being delivered by the determined counsel and foreknowledge of God, yet have taken and by the wicked hands have crucified and slain, whom God has raised up, having loosened the pains of death, because it was not possible that he should be holden of it. So this was Easter Sunday, when he freed us from the power of death. So in him we are free from the power of death. And we may die physically, but we will not die spiritually. Just like in the Garden of Eden, when God said, if you take from this forbidden fruit, you will surely die. They did not die physically, but they died spiritually. Okay? So last two verses, verse 15 and 16. Ephraim, though he be fruitful among his brethren, an east wind shall come. The wind of the Lord shall come up from the wilderness, and his spring shall become dry, and his fountain shall be dried up. He shall spoil the treasures of all pleasant vessels. Samaria shall become desolate, for she has rebelled against her God. They shall fall by the sword. Their infants shall be dashed in pieces, and their women with children shall be ripped up. That's a lot there if you think about it. Okay, Hebrew for fruitful. Oh, that's right, Ephraim. In the Hebrew, it means fruitful. Okay, that's what Ephraim means. If we remember, or not if we remember, but those from our men's Bible study, we covered that because we're going to Genesis chapter 41, verse 52, talks about Ephraim and fruitfulness. Although Ephraim's very name means fruitful, an east wind, as we find out later from history, this is Assyria, for they would come on the wilderness. They will come in from the wilderness. I can't read what I have written here. From the route of Syria to Israel. And she, Israel, would be dried up. Her capital, Samaria, would become desolate because her men, women, and even infants would be destroyed. And it all would be the tragic result of what? The tragic result of rebellion against God, who did everything possible. Again, I want to emphasize, God did everything possible